So in other words, they advertised $199 stereo installed. But any car that showed up, you also had to buy a kit.
For the estate consumer guy, and then so we're going to call the expert, get him on the line, so we'll get all them. Yeah, that's
I'm almost sure of it.
Think it's the same company, is that what you're saying?
Yeah. That's why I don't think they like Tom, if I'm thinking right. Did you get us back up?
Yeah.
I wonder if we should just start using that one.
No, I had to switch back there. I just didn't recognize it and stuff. That even though it's a lot better data.
I wonder if we did a reboot if it would recognize it.
That might have been.
Tomorrow when we light it up, let's try that one first.
But this thing was down to upload of
Lynn
basically
Michelle
nothing.
here, the Sisters from Brothers. One of the great pleasures of life, we believe, is a nice, long, hot shower.
Man, I wish it
If
would
your
snow.
water can provide you with a pulse-raising, brain-soothing, kind of spa experience.
First thing I could do without the snow.
Hot shower.
Yeah.
It's time
Unless
to
I'm going to
Did you kill your business?
let Brothers bring you up
Doesn't
to
matter.
date with
No.
21st century.
It's so mild here anyhow. People think it's Denver. They think of the mountains.
Better have those towels handy.
Yeah.
I mean, really, what did we have last year? We probably had,
Online.
I can think of 2 good dumps and then maybe a couple minor ones. I mean, it was nothing.
Yeah, it was pretty mild.
We had that one late storm. I mean, it was gone within 2 days, but it was a good one.
I think it was in March, pretty heavy.
It was super heavy.
Then put the small monitor on your dash. Mounts included. Go to quickviewcams.com. That's quickviewcams.com.
How long you been out in Franktown?
For young distracted
Almost 2 years now.
and great for trailers.
I love it, man.
What street you buy on?
Crystal Way.
Some music based on your favorite artist. It can change the whole
Yeah, it's like,
That is Artist Radio at iHeartRadio.
Crystal
Open the
Way.
iHeartRadio app.
That's
yeah.
not, is that off of Russell though?
Yup, here, I'll show you here.
Station with all that artist's best music and songs you will pick to make you the perfect mix. And Artist Radio on
So-
iHeartRadio is free. Try it today. All your favorite music.
So Russellville is
free.
Are you suffering from memory loss? Do you have problems thinking clearly?
Russellville.
Are you 50
That's
to
right
55 years old?
here.
Children you know you reach
So then you turn on Tamichi.
December
This is all
9th from
Deerfield.
9 a.m. to 2 p.m. for a free memory
There, this
screening
is-
event. Free breakfast will be provided.
A little ways out on Tamichi.
We are, well, to get to like Parker Road is probably, this is weird, they still have a picture of her house. I find this weird as hell. But, I wonder if they ever
They're
removed it.
located at 6801 South.
But we're probably about,
just south of Arapahoe on
that's a good
Center.
picture, I like
For
that.
free memory
Um,
screening event at Immuno-
12 minutes to hit Parker Road. Does that make sense?
Call 303-771-9000.
I'm looking for this.
Immuno-E Health and Research Center's free memory.
Oh, I found a water feature guy if you ever need one. Holy, well, you're a plumber. Well, you're not going to go out and dig a damn
Yeah,
water.
we don't do water feature, that's specialty.
Oh my God, he was so good.
Yeah,
He brought about 3 guys over. They knocked the whole thing out in 48 hours.
really.
Half the price of pretty much anyone. I got a quote from a company that came with raving reviews from some neighbors, and they hit me with a $16,000 bid. And I told the guy, no, I said, I'll think about it, man. I'm not ready to drop 16 grand on a waterfall. And as he was leaving, he came back up to me and said, hey, me and my brother can do it this weekend. So it was one of these deals. And I said, well, okay, but I got to tell you right now, I ain't paying you a nickel until it's 100% done and it's perfect. And him and his brother and 2 other guys came in and ripped it out on the weekend. I paid him when it was over. It was perfect. Cool. Shows you the markup in that shit, though.
Landscapers do well.
They do, don't they? It's just all heavy labor.
It's all heavy labor. A lot of Spanish-speaking friends in there.
He spoke broken English, the main guy, and everybody he brought, including his brother, spoke no English. Not only that, they went really old school, so they had to dig up a lot of old rock and stuff. I put them in the back of my property, and they dug a hole, and then they buried all the old rock and put the dirt back over it, so it's non-existent.
Interesting.
Yes, you can even listen to us. there.
6:30 K-High.
I think you could do something with the rock besides put it in the ground.
No, I didn't want it.
Hi, Tom Martino here. I want to find out in a minute here exactly what's involved in a whole house system, because the more I thought about it, I would want a whole house system if it's that important. Baths, water, plumbing. I want to know the benefits. We have Pure Water Choices with us. Stay tuned for that, purewaterchoices.com. Point of view systems are easy to understand. Ron Reese is with Ambitious Estate Liquidators. Deputy Nate found him, and we had a guy that called, and he's desperate to find somebody, but he doesn't want to get ripped off for an estate sale. And, you know, we don't have anyone on our referral list, and we're looking for people. And Ron, he said he would answer some basic questions. Ron, we've gotten a lot of complaints, and by the way, welcome, and we appreciate your time. We've gotten a lot of complaints in this area because people don't know what they're in for. They don't know what to look for, and we are totally ignorant of this area other than basic contracts. We had one company, Mark, remember that time she handed the person 35 cents on a $12,000 liquidation, and they showed all the fees? They said, well, you had this, 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 in addition to the consignment. Ron, how are various ways to liquidate an estate?
Okay. Well, the first thing we do is we'll come out to the house and do an initial walkthrough.
Okay.
We never charge anything up front.
Okay.
A lot of companies do. They want to charge you for their advertising or a flat fee to start out with.
Right.
We don't charge anything.
All right. So no charge consultation. Right.
Right. And we walk through to make sure there's enough for an estate sale, because I pay for all the labor out of my pocket to begin with. So it's kind of an interview on both our parts. They want to interview me, I need to interview them and see if there's enough for an estate sale. If there is, and we want to move forward, we'll give them a flat percentage, no built-in fees, nothing. It's a percentage. If we don't sell anything, we don't make anything.
That's it. So and do you do an auction or do you do a sale? How do you do it?
No, it's an in-house tag sale, which we will go in there, we will research items, paintings, jewelry, we'll consult with the executor or power of attorney and see if they have any information on some of the items that their parents or grandparents bought, if there's a history to it. If not, we'll research it, we go online, and we set the price that way. We'll tag it, we take hundreds of pictures, we advertise on estatesales.net.
Do a lot of people show up?
Yes. Yes.
And then generally you go down each day until the last day of the sale, right?
Exactly. And if it's an average sale, it'll be a 2-day sale, usually a Friday and a Saturday.
And you can get rid of a lot of stuff.
Correct. And we are on Angie's List. We're #1 on Angie's List. So we deal with a lot of out-of-state clients because they can find us out of state.
Yeah.
And they don't want to come back and see what's left. They'll already have a realtor lined up. So we offer a service. We'll do a clean out at the end, whether it's we get the dumpster in there, we have our crew throw away the non-donatable items, and then we'll donate other things, give the donation receipt to the estate.
Now, do you ever buy stuff outright as a company?
We do, and we will buy out estates, and it's usually certain items. We don't go in and buy out a full house if it's sofa sleepers, old dining tables, China, because it would cost me more in labor to move that than I would ever make. So it's usually antiques and collectibles. They know they can call us and get more than if they take it to a pawn shop. If it's gold and silver, you're not going to get near the percentage that we would pay on that.
You know, that one lady...
So hold on, are you saying that you're better selling gold and silver to you?
Oh, yeah.
Compared to a pawn store, he said.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on, though.
Wait, what were you going to say, Ron?
We can tell you what gold is trading for that day.
All right.
And weigh it in front of you, whether it's 10 karat, 14.
I understand. Do you ever do auctions?
No.
Okay, so Mark,
that one lady where you were talking about the 35 cents, and that was true. They actually sent her a check for 35 cents. They did the same thing. I checked into there. They let her know up front, hey, if you want a total clean out at the end and clean the house, we're getting the dumpster. That's how that got down to 35 cents. I bet that happens more than you think.
Ron?
I've never sent out a check that small. Not even close to
35
it.
cents.
But generally, Tom, most estates are a very average estate. If you come to my house, you're going to see average furniture. I don't have a $10,000 painting and all that.
Right.
And generally, and you would make on an estate sale will get the house painted, get the carpet replaced, the carpet cleaned, so you can get the house on the market. And I will tell my clients that the equity's in the house generally, and a general estate sale may generate anywhere from $8,000 to $14,000 gross. Now we've done larger sales where there's Mercedes and boats and motorcycles, but an average sale with average furniture and 30-year-old
Henry, do you have any questions for him, Henry?
Well, no, just to say that this is not death. It's my own home.
Right.
I'm still living. And I got plenty of stuff.
But you do that too, right, Ron?
Correct.
Yeah, you do any kind of liquidation. Now, Henry, you also have a lot of antiques, right?
Yes.
So this sounds like the kind of guy, because they don't just go in and fire sale everything. He said he will look around and see what's valuable and what's...
Well, see, Tom, that's what happened in the past. I've had 2 people through here. They had no appreciation for anything. They made me some half-ass offers, and I sent them out the door. So I need somebody that
But you're not going to probably get... You're not going to get retail, though, either.
No, I'm not looking for that. I'm not being greedy. I'm trying to be reasonable. I'm trying to find somebody who has half a brain that can look at something like an antique crate from Prohibition with a doctor's prescription still stapled to it and understand it has value.
That might not be Ron either. I don't know. Ron, how do you do with those kinds of things? This might be a little more of a picker thing.
Right. And if someone is looking for us to come in and buy out their estate or buy their antiques or cherry pick, I will tell them right off the bat, we have to at least double our money. If it's $100 item, I may offer you $50 because you're getting the cash. It may take me a year
I'm
to
fine
sell it.
with
I may
that.
sell it for $75. Yeah. And another thing that every house is not suitable for an estate sale, and I'm not just going to say, no, can't help you. I'll help you price things. I'll tell you where, consign it. Take it to an auction. We don't get every sale that we get a call. I don't want every sale that we get a call, but I'll help you. I'll help you through the process, and, if we can work together, fine.
And again, I'm not asking you, Ron, I know this is, I don't even know if they are competition. I'm not asking you for an opinion on the kind of people they are, but what they do. Does Dick and Sheets do something totally different than you?
I'm sorry, does who?
The Dick and Sheets, have you heard of that company, Dick and Sheets?
No.
Okay.
I heard me elsewhere.
Okay. So Ron, what do you call yourself then, an estate liquidator?
Exactly.
And it doesn't cost anything, Henry, to have him give an opinion, but there might be, I don't know, this might be a match, it may not be.
God, Henry sounded so agitated.
Yeah, I guess, Henry, what, did they insult you?
I'm an angry person. My dad fought in Korea. What can I say?
Okay.
I like that answer.
Okay, so Ron, by the way, Ron with Ambitious Estate Liquidators, we just are getting to know him. He sounds like a straight shooter. They're at 720-255-3046, but it sounds ideal for people moving or people that, death in the family, a divorce. I mean, he said he'll go in and see what's good and what's not and be honest with you and then pick out, even buy stuff if it's worth his while. But again, he's a liquidator. 720-255-3046. I've said many times, I don't know if Ron agrees, but, people move. Sometimes it's actually, honest to God, better to just sell where you are and buy new. When you think of the cost of moving, it really can make a lot of sense. So it's Ambitious Estate Liquidators. He sounds like a good guy. 720-255-3046.
Move to Florida.
This report is brought to you.
There's some stuff, I see people moving, and I'm thinking, are you moving or going to the dump?
Yeah, exactly.
I swear to God, I don't know why they bother. I mean, little trash cans and stuff you can buy for $3 brand new, and they're cracked. Oh my God, I've seen it.
Look at half the storage units, what's in half the storage units.
And they're paying each month to store that shit.
That's nothing but junk. And
Also, a box truck, no estimated time when it will reopen. The weather forecast, partly sunny.
I gotta get that link. I gotta get that link fixed. You gotta get that link fixed on.
Right now, partly cloudy and 71. With the traffic and weather, I'm Keith Wagner.
6:30.
I wonder why that Henry doesn't go down to the on Broadway with old antique places. They got auction places.
Well, you heard the example he gave. My God, man, something with a note stapled to it from a doctor.
Right. You got to be.
How the fuck do you value that?
That's exactly right. You know, that's not a common person's going to come in there and say, whoa, I'm really looking for that kind of stuff.
No, that's true.
How do you possibly value that? God, he sounded so agitated, though.
And anything is worth exactly what somebody will pay it for.
That's all it's worth.
Right. Like a Bitcoin.
What's the most valuable thing? What's the most valuable thing? There's one thing more valuable on this planet than anything else.
Your health.
Time.
Everything comes down to time.
Time in a bottle?
Time in a bottle. We were designing way back when, Mountain Peak Computer Days, so like 1994. Me and this guy, Dave Haglund, Cyber Dave, we're designing a website for this Al-Anon group, okay? And they sent us some graphics, and one of them was a guy in a bottle. So it was literally like a little guy inside of like an empty bottle of whiskey. And for the life of me, I didn't understand why the hell they were sending me this weird thing. I kept saying, well, they don't drink. Why are they sending me a picture of a guy in a bottle? He drank the whole thing. It just never hit me. And so I emailed the guy and said, why do you want this on there? And then they explained to me, you know, he's stuck in the bottle. He can't get out of the bottle.
Painkillers are the biggest thing right now. Stimulants, sedatives.
Man, we did a lot of websites back then.
Has caused problems for many. If you have a loved one who is an addict, they can help you approach them. And here's the number for.
What was the software like for doing that? It probably wasn't very good.
Front Page. We used actual Microsoft Front Page. We had our whole server, everything right there in the cyber cafe I had. And I'll never forget this, man. Denver did rolling blackouts that year. Don't ask me why, but once a week we would have a blackout, so I had to buy all these battery backups. Therefore, it wouldn't affect the servers. So everything was set up, and it worked great. And one of my employees went in, and I told him to vacuum the server room. He plugged the vacuum into the battery backups. Well, of course, the amperage just... He took down the network in a matter of 1 second. I just had no idea that a vacuum would do that. Oh my God!
I wouldn't think a vacuum either. Now a heater, if that was like a.
No, it was just a Hoover vacuum, man.
I didn't know they took that much.
They've been doing just that for Colorado businesses for more than 20 years. Alliance Leasing will get you into your fleet vehicles with all the upfit you need.
I came across a video of Tom back then. He was teaching a class in my cyber cafe. It's so old. It had to be about the time as that picture of you downstairs with the clock.
Oh, no.
It had to be right about then.
And that's when that was a very basic email type classes you guys used to do, right?
No, this one was a business seminar.
Oh, okay.
I forgot why you did it there. For the life of me, I couldn't remember it. I don't even know if I was there. I might have had John.
You were a sponsor.
Yeah, but why would you have done it? I don't remember.
Where did we do it?
It was at the Cyber Cafe.
At the cafe.
Had to be 94.
Because it was about you or your company or computers.
No, it wasn't. It was about, it was automotive. I think I had you do it for my dad. I bet you anything that's what it was.
That's what we do on this program.
Sean Hannity coming up today at 1 on Denver's Top
Yeah, that
Station,
makes sense.
630 KO.
This guy gave me so much information. I took notes. I can't.
Hi, Tom Martino here. So, we'll get to all of your calls. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255, and Al Bennett Hubel with Pure Water Choices. Okay, a whole house system from beginning to end. You take water and you do something to it. Now, I know you purify or filter it, and you also soften it. So can you go through what, first, let's take the softening part. How important is water softening?
Oh, golly, that's more of a protection than your investment on your plumbing system.
Does it really, as a master plumber, can you honest to God say that it protects plumbing?
Yes.
In what way?
You really don't know it until, well, first of all, the calcium stays on the inside of the pipes and lines the pipes.
It does?
Yes.
Always?
Always.
So
well,
your pipes
copper.
literally, your copper pipes can literally get lose efficiency.
Yes.
So how would that affect, like with hot water, you'd use more of it then? I mean, it obstructs flow.
It messes up water heaters because you lose the efficiency of the water heater heating the water.
And so you have calcium.
Yes.
What else? I mean, as far as I know, people have told me your clothes wear out faster.
Well, it's kind of like doing your clothes in rocks. I mean,
and with abrasives. And what about detergents? Detergents go further, longer, less.
Oh yeah, you definitely use less soap on everything.
Less soap, less detergents.
Yes.
And it's better for cleaning.
Yes.
Can you literally feel it on your skin?
Absolutely.
I mean, I'm not talking about while you're doing it, but afterward. Does it make a difference? Are you getting deposits on your skin when you shower and
Well,
bathe?
yeah. You know, if you don't dry it off.
Well, obviously,
correctly.
yeah.
Yes.
So the softening is a feel, and it's also a maintenance issue. And when you say maintenance, I mean, is it something that truly can be seen in a home where it will cause a problem?
Yes.
Hard water will
Yes.
cause a problem.
Absolutely. It messes up all...
I heard dishwashers will last twice as long.
Yes. It messes up all shower doors, all tile, all grout. That calcium just sticks to it, dries on there, and it's like, sandblasting.
Is calcium the main demon that
Yes.
we're looking at?
Yes.
Is there a way to just filter out calcium?
No. There isn't.
There isn't.
No, that's the problem with water treatment. There's not one filter does it all. So the only thing that will remove calcium from water is a reverse osmosis point of use, which I don't push at all, and a water softener. That's it.
So reverse osmosis point of use would be really useless if you think about it, because it's just doing it for one faucet, for one
Yes.
place.
Yeah.
So and it wouldn't benefit any plumbing outside of that.
No.
So the main reason for a softener is plumbing, and
Yes.
then feel,
Yes.
and clothing.
Yes.
Okay. How do you soften water? What's the best way to do it?
We have to use a water softener.
Well, what is that? What is a
Well, a water softener is a tank. It's got a backwashing valve on top.
And what do you do? What does it do to the water? I don't
Okay,
understand.
calcium is negatively charged. The resin beads in the tank are positive. The calcium sticks to the resin
So
beads
as
in
the
the
water,
tank.
so as the water flows through,
Yes.
it's literally sticking to
The resin inside the tank.
and it comes out without calcium.
Yes.
And then when does it get filtered? After that or
No, that's it. I mean, that's what a water softener does.
I know, but then what about the drinking part?
Okay, you do that afterwards. You either have a sediment filter somewhere before or after it, and you do a carbon tank after it.
Now, do you ever have people who do the water softening for the plumbing, but then a point of use for the drinking?
Yes.
So, in other words, you don't have to do the Mac Daddy for the whole house.
Exactly, yes. I try and push them towards the whole house because the amount of gases that you breathe and soak in your skin and or bathe in is more gases than you would get by drinking. So
Really?
Yeah, it's a big deal.
Okay, so a whole house system for softening and filtration. It takes out sediment, takes out gases, and it softens the water for longevity of pipes and appliances.
Yes.
And then it feels better on your skin.
Yeah, and
Okay.
a carbon tank will last 1.5 million gallons. I mean, you're talking 18 years of just sitting there.
And coming up, I want to talk about, does it add salt to water?
No.
Why do some people think it does?
It's old myths, you might say.
Okay, does salt play a part in it, though?
Absolutely.
All right, we'll talk about that and more coming up. Plus, take all of your calls.
Are you embarrassed by your smile?
Now, how the hell do we get this freaking window? I took so many notes and I don't know where I put them. That's the thing that sucks. I remember taking notes about windows.
Did you ever get your other radon test back, Mark?
No, I got to call that woman. Remember, it comes back to her.
Oh, is that what it, okay.
And I sent it out, I mean, literally that Monday.
And you said it 3.5 on mine, right?
Yeah.
That's what you said.
Yours had a noise to it.
It beeps if it goes over 3.5.
What's that?
Is that what it's saying, beep?
No, it had like a rattle.
Oh, I think I dropped it.
It seemed to work though, because
No, I think it does still work.
it wanted like 48 hours.
Yeah, no, that's always. 72.
I guess you can plug it in and just keep it there if you put it on long term or something.
You can do the short term, long term. It automatically goes to long term, which is more accurate. And as it'll keep on doing readings and updating as if you leave it there, and you can leave it there for all year long. I just want to know how close yours is with that thing.
After several claims of sexual misconduct, Fox's Jared Halpern, live on Capitol Hill.
I can't believe there's a fund in Congress, a top secret fund to pay off sexual harassment claims. It is fucking unbelievable.
Every congressman that they've asked in radio stations, I've never heard of that. Everyone has said that. I've not ever heard of that. And it sounds like that guy, that Democrat from Michigan, the longest one, the 88-year-old dude.
Yeah.
He used it.
Yeah, he did. He paid off like 37 grand.
Was that what it was?
Well, at least the one.
Tell me why anybody would think that's right.
I have no idea.
I mean, I just...
Hey, they don't have to follow the Obamacare. They don't have to do shit.
They don't
They're all a bunch of jerks.
They are. They don't have to... well, I think they passed that as far as...
Stocks?
Stocks. Insider trading.
They changed it a little, but they still have different things. Because... here's the weird part. If you're getting ready to vote on something that can affect the company,
And that the former director, Richard Cordray,
right.
I mean, you directly affect it. How else do you put it?
Right. So what are you saying, that it's good or it's bad?
I think it's horrible.
It's horrible. Right, because it should be...
But I see what their argument is. Oh, okay, so I can't own any stocks?
No, they should be put in a blind trust. I think that's what the presidents have to do. They got to put it in a blind trust, because they really can affect it and things like that. So they don't know what's going on, they can't affect it. I mean, Congress, everything about them is just... I'll guarantee you Obamacare would have been much better if they would have had to live under Obamacare.
Oh my God, they couldn't live under Obamacare.
But if they did...
Ours is up to, we're going to pay about $1,400 a month. But then we pay for everything we do up to $12,000. So
$12,000.
Did you see this letter sent out by Grove?
75.
Did you see the letter sent out by Grove at Cherry Creek?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't. What did they say?
They put their whole policy.
Power out. It doesn't matter. They have to put up fucking signs. Right. Why the hell do they think a letter? You know, when you park, when somebody comes in there, they don't know that.
I just got another call on them. He's not ready to come on the air yet, but he is like, I don't know, since this new management company's taken over, my water bill's gone up twice as much. There's people moving out in droves, places. Yeah.
In groves.
In groves and droves.
Droves. I like that. You're a poet.
They're droving out in groves.
He said they charge a mandatory trash removal fee every month, but then on his water bill, it shows a bill for dumpsters.
What they're saying is a permit is needed. Why don't they just put that at the entrance?
And you go up
a parking permit needed. Why don't they just put that?
You click it.
Oh, I'd like to read it.
No, I'm just saying.
Park it right.
Why don't they
You log into Park It Right and get your permit, and you got to pay them $10 to read it.
But they don't tell you at the entrance you need.
It still doesn't matter because it comes down to visitors, not these people.
That's what that permit is for to get for their visitors.
No, it's for them. One per.
Why not have a sign?
It says to register your visitors, go here.
Why not have a sign at the entrance? All visitors must have parking pass. There you go. How about that?
You know why?
They don't.
Because no one would move in there.
They just need a pass. They don't talk about it. It's that simple. A pass. If they said that and she didn't have one, I would have said, sorry. And if she said, well, I wouldn't know where to get one, I said, sorry.
Did you see Stem Cell's answer?
No.
I say, fuck them.
What did they say?
They came back with way less.
Yeah.
Well, at least they acknowledged they did something wrong. What did they come back with?
Well, very easy. It's simple. 2.5.
I trust Ron and Jack Larson and their team of experts. You can too. 844-LARSON-TAX or check them out at LarsonTaxRelief.com. That's 844.
You can tell them we've already gotten to this
tax. 844-LARSON-TAX. Larson Tax Relief is the only tax and audit organization
I wanted to hit
referralist@referralist.com.
the car dealer hard. You backed me out of that deal. I thought we had that was.
But I don't think you signed that. You implemented.
No, we didn't have that. That's true, but they still had the benefit of that for years. The only reason we pulled off that was because of two. You know what I'm
all
saying?
at once, right?
I know, it was all at once. That sucked.
All that other stuff. So guests may park only in designated visitor/guest spaces.
And there's none. Where?
I know. And have a virtual guest pass.
Ah, virtual, which costs $10, right?
No, it doesn't say. It doesn't say how many you can have. It doesn't say what it costs.
Or you can get one of their virtual boots that we can cut off with a virtual pair of pliers. He did not want to come on. I tried to have Suzanne get him on Wednesday. That fucking asshole. Oh. And he goes, "You guys were told not to contact me." Which made me think, so if I write everybody in the world, every news guy, a letter saying, "Don't contact me," that's what I'm saying. It's the dumbest thing I ever heard.
I thought he said, "Don't come on my property."
Your brain can be taught to ignore the humming or the ringing in your ear. And
Well, no, actually, it's not his property either. It's the damn apartment complexes.
I personally,
I'll tell you what, though, he stopped. He disappeared quick. Someone got through to him.
that left me
You know, once you came up with his backgrounds.
and my
Oh, that's true. I forgot we played that big time.
what the hearing problem. There's one
Boy, you gotta be crazy to pick a fight with a radio station when, oh my God, what was he? He had a $100,000 larceny felony. He had a domestic violence conviction. He had a class 3, what do you call it when you beat the shit out of someone? He had one of the, no, it was a class 3 assault. And then a bunch of other shit. It was just one after another after another.
Is the Troubleshooter Show.
I need somebody.
Now, Tom Martino on 630 KHOW.
Help me if you can, I'm feeling down.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK. 303-713-8255. Welcome to the show. This hour brought to you by Simply Floors. If you want floors and you want to save money, it's Simply Floors. Buddy Mitchell is the owner, and he made a pledge. He will just pass on his savings to you in wholesale buying and all of that. A small markup, and he's happy. I'm serious. He's just made a decision to give the best possible service and product at the lowest prices. And he doesn't fight to be the lowest. It just turns out that he's among the lowest because of how he does business. He just believes in a fair markup and beautiful, wonderful product and great service. How about Action Traction? That's waterproof. Waterproof luxury vinyl tile called Action Traction. It's practically indestructible. You can save 40% on most floors, up to 50% on others, and 30% is easy. He just prides himself at his level of service, and you're going to know why. You go first, simplyfloorsinc.com to make an appointment. You make an appointment all by yourself there. You just pick a time. It's that easy. And he'll show up, or somebody will show up, and then, if you want, you can go to the showroom at 52nd and Ward. But you can do everything online. Somebody will visit you. It's so easy, you won't believe it. So that's 52nd and Ward, or simplyfloorsinc.com. Everything you can find at the big box, but with savings and personalized service. 303-713-8255. Henry says he needs advice. Now, Henry, you called about some other stuff, but you want to talk on moving, is it?
No,
this is a different one. It's roofing. Go ahead.
He called in the past, Tom.
Right,
though.
okay, so he called in the past. That's why it says he needs more information. What's going on, Henry? How can we help you?
I'm hoping to get a little more help on this situation that I have. I had a roofing company come out and do some hail repairs, let's say.
Hail repair on your roof. Okay.
On the roof.
They didn't replace the roof. They just did repair.
No, they did go ahead and replace it.
Okay, so your roof was replaced.
Yes.
Okay.
Unfortunately, when they were out doing the work, they caused some damages.
What did they do?
They knocked out a section of a house, like a shaded area over a front door.
They knocked it out. What do you mean?
Yeah. They knocked it off the wall. As they were up there removing shingles, no one should have been on that 2-foot ledge of the roof And
so is it like a dormer that comes off of the wall and it collapsed?
Yeah,
Okay.
dormer, eyebrow.
Okay, I see what you're saying. And the ledge, it's about 2 foot, dropped off the house or ripped off the house.
Ripped off the house.
Well, they have to fix it. What do they say about that?
They're claiming now they're taking me to court. I mean, they filed a suit. They're going after the entire price of the roof.
Okay.
Plus interest since April plus
Henry, let's just talk about this. When was the job completed?
The claiming was completed April 22nd, 2017.
Okay. And how much was the whole bill?
$17,405.
Okay. Now, how much did you pay them?
Nothing, because I was supposed to pay them when they were complete, when they were done. But they have billed me, but since I've been fighting,
okay.
Well,
Is the roof done except for that one section?
The roof is done except for that section.
Okay.
They knocked out.
How much is that going to cost to fix? I'm sure you had that priced.
The price I have is about $3,000.
Okay. Why didn't you pay them the balance? That would have shown good faith.
Okay.
Why didn't you do that?
Unfortunately, I don't have that money. It's checks from the insurance that went out to the mortgage company.
Well, okay, but it's your money to pay. If you show that bill, they'll pay. If you tell them to withhold $3,000, I mean, did you sign the check and send it to your mortgage company?
Yes, I've recently done that.
And what did the mortgage company do with it?
They want lien releases. They want proof. They want all this information from the company that did the work, but they're not cooperating at all with me. The roofing company.
Well, you have a couple problems. You withheld everything, and you really should have paid them and withheld what was damaged. Not exactly, but a little more maybe. But you shouldn't have withheld the whole payment.
Okay.
So your mortgage company needs to release some of that money. And, you know, I don't know your mortgage company what they're demanding, but it shouldn't be more than normal. I mean, what are they demanding? A lien release and what else?
Just the completion, the sign-off permit,
Well, did you get a permit? Did they get a permit?
They did get a permit, yes.
Okay, do you have the completed permit, the final inspection?
I do not have that, no.
Why?
Because they got it, they went ahead and posted things on the window when it was done, and as you can imagine, with all the roofs being done, a lot of times the roofs weren't checked, and I don't have anything from. How much is your
deductible?
$1,000.
Okay. You can. Okay. Here's what you need to do. You need to figure out how. You know, we can call the company and say, look, this guy's willing to pay all but $3 or $4 grand, let's say $4, until he gets that fixed, and his company needs. They're not going to give you a lien release because you're not paying it in full. Exactly. So you need to ask. You need to call them and see if they'll settle for $14 grand, basically.
They won't deal with me anymore because now it's in the attorney's hands.
Well, then you need to go to court. I mean, you waited way too long to call us. Now, did you think it was going to go away?
No, of course not. My biggest issue, Tom, is that the wording, especially in the court fees, they're claiming that they're not responsible for that because I never contracted them to repair that particular item. I said, why will I contract them to repair this section of the house that they damaged?
No, that makes sense. So
wording
now. What's the name of the roofing company?
Advanced Exteriors.
Why have I heard of them before?
Their wording on their.
He called in before to get advice and then needed more advice.
Did we ever call them?
I think Dan was working on it at some point, Tom. I can't say for sure. He usually takes the contracting calls for us.
You know, you may have to go to court, Henry. I mean, that's where a judge will say, listen, sir, how can he contract for something that you broke or he alleged that you broke? I mean, do you have any proof that they broke it? What if they say they didn't do it?
I have pictures of before they got there and when the day they were there.
Good.
with the eyebrow.
Excellent,
or the
excellent.
house.
Do they deny totally that they did it?
And that's where the help that I'm calling.
Listen,
about,
here's the help you need. Let me tell you what you need. The party that explains things to the judge better wins. People think that the law is fair. It's not always fair. You're not explaining yourself very well, and I fear because of that you'll lose. These guys have a very simple story, that you owe them money. How can they possibly be blamed for something that you never contracted them to fix? So what you have to do is explain your situation, and I would do it this way. Your Honor, this is a very simple, judges love the word simple problem. I will pay them for everything except the amount that they caused in damage. That's all. Now, here's what you say. If he says, why haven't you paid? Or if they say he hasn't paid a dime. And the reason I haven't paid them up to this point is because my mortgage company needs a lien release. And these gentlemen would not give me a lien release because I wanted to withhold some money. So we're at a standstill, and I would love for you to help us get past it. I am willing to pay everything but this amount, and show him 2 estimates for that job. And say, this is what it's going to cost to put this back on the house. Here are photographs showing it was on there when they arrived, but not there while they were working. They broke it. It's that simple. That's what you need to do. You need to clearly explain your side to a judge.
Okay.
And I think you'll win, but you have to do it that way. Remember, anyone going to court, it's not who's right or wrong. It's not logic. It's what you explain to the judge in an understandable manner. That's when I realized the secret of winning in court. It's the one who can lay out the best story and explain it succinctly to a judge. Judges hate people who go on and on and on and don't make things crystal clear. He hates it. Hates it. If you're ever injured and you need help, I want to point you to a law firm that I fully believe in, and that's why I endorse them. Fuller Law. John Fuller is the man, and that's who you'll be dealing with. Yes, John has people helping him, but he touches every single case and handles them personally. Don't be fooled by insurance companies ever who say, I'm going to take responsibility. When they say that, that's sometimes worse because it puts you off guard. John Fuller not only knows who to go after and where to find money, because that's important. You might have someone who's insured, but someone else is also responsible. You may have a parent or a guardian. You may have a company at stake here who's in charge or who needs to pony up. Whatever it is, John Fuller not only knows how to find the money, he knows how to lay out the case. John Fuller will fight for you. And you never, ever, ever should trust an insurance company, even your own. If you have any questions, you can call and ask for no charge whatsoever. Just ask them. Call them if you've had an injury and you think someone else is responsible. And even if he takes the case, you don't have anything out of pocket. If he collects, you collect. He takes a small percentage. That's it. 303-597-4500. 303-597-4500. PersonalInjuryCO.com.
This report is brought to you by Office Depot.
Some improvements on the drive down.
Town looks like that earlier crash southbound I-25 at Alameda. That's been cleared out of the way. Traffic flow just about back up to speed. Just a little blip of slowing eastbound 6th Avenue at the ramp to southbound I-25. That's about the only slow spot downtown. Westbound I-70 slow on the approach to Havana.
I think Roy Moore will win that election.
Between 225 and Pena Boulevard. For more up-to-the-minute traffic updates on your route, download the
I think the
traffic app
Republicans
powered by
will never see a defeat as big as the next presidential
I
election.
thought that just looked familiar.
Every Senate race,
I think they used to be able to roll.
they're going to have blown out.
The thing about it, he forgot to say, the reason they say it broke, he said it was constructed, he didn't say that, it was constructed.
Now, Trump's not going to run again because he doesn't want to lose.
So it wasn't their fault, it was froze.
He's not going to run again.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
And if he does, he'll lose. He'll lose by such a big margin, it'll be the biggest landslide in history.
I think they used
Because
to be
everybody that voted for him last time won't vote for him again.
I think they used to be on the referral list, advanced exteriors. But regardless, what their side of it is, Dan's talked to them, their side is, it was constructed wrong to begin with. It's not our fault that it broke.
You have these little roof things here, and they said they weren't constructed right, that's why they broke.
The guy's just gonna have to go to court.
What's that?
The roof, they don't know how
Then the next thing is, Guy wants to know how to set up a website. Do you guys, are you courting someone? Nate suggested Sean to solve.
I don't
You
know
want
if
to
Sean
answer
sets
it?
up a website, but I would recommend him for setting up a website.
Okay, so you guys just want to...
I would call Native Rank. That's what I would call.
Native Rank?
Native Rank. I can tell him. I mean, I would go there.
Do you want Native Rank on as an expert?
Well, we could get someone there. I would tell you who to call.
I call him and get him on the line too, man.
Well, we could get two. We could, who?
Aurora Orthodontics and TMJ employs what is called the new orthodontics, and that is really unbelievable. That is what do you call revolutionary? And I'll tell you why. You know, when adults wanted straight teeth, they normally had to spend $50,000 or $60,000 for veneers. Oh, just one will cost you $2,000 or $3,000. Just one. Think about a mouthful, or just the front teeth even, $30,000, $40,000. And now, and not just now, he's been doing this for years. But so many people didn't know about it. I said, we got to tell people about the new orthodontics. He has a series of graduated mouthpieces you wear at night that straighten or widen your palate. They widen your palate as an adult. You see, heretofore it was said, you can't do that. You can't. You have to have surgery. But he's proven you don't need surgery to widen your palate. That will naturally straighten out your teeth, naturally. But to put finishing touches on it, he uses Invisalign braces. Now, you might think, oh, this is going to take 5 or 6 or 7 years. No, 2 years for everything with no surgery and no extractions. Now listen to that. Not only do you get a beautiful straight smile naturally, but because he does it naturally and widens your palate, it also improves and cures sleep apneas and TMJ. So you get your mouth healthy, not just looking good, but healthy as well. The new orthodontics, there is no other way to go. Dr. Kent Lawson, Aurora Orthodontics and TMJ. Call for more information. I'm just telling you, it's so phenomenal, I'm not even explaining it well enough. 303-690-0100. 303-690-0100.
80% of Fortune 500 companies lease their vehicles because that's the smart financial.
When I saw what that guy could do, it blew my mind.
Save time and money and more money, and have been doing just that for Colorado
Grandson's
for more than 20 years.
This
All
pallet's
the thing will get
stretched
you into your fleet vehicle.
Is he?
With all the
There's
updates
something
you
in the
need
low-
at the lowest delivered
back,
price. I'm a finance guy.
I wonder
Your
who
choice
uses
of leasing with Alliance.
it's somebody out in Alabama.
Your business.
Oh,
Learn
okay.
more at Alliance.
Do you know what? They might be using Dr. Kent Lawson's, he pioneered this all over. People use his system. If it's graduated mouthpieces, how old is he?
I think he's
An adult.
9.
Oh, he's 9. That's, my kids have that. Smile braces, they're called. They're mouthpieces they wear at night. They'll gradually not even need them, and they'll need braces for a very short time.
Even more than Facebook. So if you want to reach a nice big gathering of boomers, Gen Xers, and millennials this holiday, get to iHeartMedia.
You see this new electric car company, Lucid?
What is it?
Just a company, just a new one.
Kind of like Tesla? They
It looks
started
just
up?
like it, doesn't it?
But do they just start it up just like Tesla?
No, they've been around. They're almost through R&D, ready to start selling them.
I can't believe they can actually start a car from scratch.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter,
713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Let's talk. We have Pure Water Choices with us, and he has a Facebook page as well. We talked about whole house systems and water softening and water filtration. We've talked about point of use water filtration. The one thing about taking the hardness out of the water for a whole house system, that can run $3,000 or $4,000 or $5,000, maybe more if it's giant, but it's done right when he does it, and that's with purification. Where does salt play a part in this? Do you have to use salt? I mean, I've heard a lot of negatives about the salt systems, but you need that for the reverse osmosis, right?
No, for a water softener. Yeah.
Yes, that's what I mean.
Yes.
So how do you do it? How is it used? Are there low-maintenance systems now?
Every water softener needs salt or potassium. Nobody uses potassium because it's very
Okay,
expensive.
so with salt, how often do you have to use salt or change salt or flush it or whatever you do?
There's a salt brine tank, we call it.
Yes.
It holds the salt, holds 6 bags. You just check it every 3-4 months.
And you just keep it filled?
Yeah.
It's that easy?
Just add more salt, yes.
And what does the salt do? It doesn't go into the water.
The salt recharges the resin beads inside the softening tank back to a positive, so then the negative calcium can stick to it.
So it doesn't mix with the water?
No. The last backwash, the last 2 backwashes of a water softener, take that salt water out and put it down the drain. So there's no salt in the tank.
Okay.
In the softener.
In the
it doesn't
water.
add salt to the water.
Okay, that's good to know. So if you wanted to take the calcium out and get that soft feeling, let's say, or you wanted to like preserve your pipes but you didn't want to put in a whole house system, is there any other way to get calcium? You said there are no filters that take calcium out.
That's right.
So what do you do? Is there any other alternative?
Well, there's a scale inhibitor, I call it. The meat is called FilterSorb. It actually changes the molecular structure of the calcium carbonate from a negative to a neutral, so it doesn't stick to anything.
So wait, so if you change it, the calcium goes through your pipes?
Yes.
And still goes down the drain, but not sticks to them?
Right.
Well, that's good, right?
I think it's a fantastic. It took them 15 years to develop this from the idea. It's completely different. It's not a water softener.
No, it doesn't soften the water at all. The water will feel the same on your skin.
Yeah, it'll be slightly softer.
I like, actually, the feel of hard water. You know, soft water makes me feel slimy. I don't like it, but I mean, a lot of people love it. Okay, what does it do for your wash, for your clothes? Does it still...
No, it won't do a thing for your laundry. But what a scale inhibitor does is it removes all the calcium, the existing calcium from your water heaters, your pipes.
Oh, it'll clean them out.
Yes, it'll clean out the
from
calcium.
the back, from the past.
Yes.
Okay, what would that cost for a house?
Oh, if that's all you did?
Yeah, I think it's a great thing. What, a scale inhibitor?
$1,500 installed.
Really, for the whole house?
Yeah.
And it will not only keep calcium from sticking, it'll remove all the previous calcium.
Yes. So if you have a tankless water heater, you have to do something for it. This will take care of that. It'll remove all the calcium on the inside of your tankless
That's a pretty
heaters.
cool idea. So if I did a scale inhibitor, and then I did a few point-of-use drinking water things, that's a great alternative.
Yes, but...
What?
A scale inhibitor has to have a carbon tank before it to remove the chloramine.
But that's not a big deal, right?
I mean, it's a fantastic investment. I mean, you really do need to remove the chloramine in the
Okay, so in
bleach.
other words, you will automatically, if you do the scale inhibitor for your house, automatically be removing the poisonous gas because you have to use that before it.
Yeah, because you
now
need
when
to
you
extend
gave
the
that
life.
$1,500, is that for the whole thing or is that extra?
No, that would be extra.
So how much is that?
So
other filter?
you're looking, depending on the difficulty of the installation, for the 2 systems, a sediment filter, a bypass, you're looking around $2,800, somewhere in that
So
area.
it's about half the price as the other one? As the full softener?
No, my softeners are about the same price.
But I thought you said the whole Mac Daddy...
My ultimate system, I call it, for a whole house is around $3,800 installed.
You mean everything is just $3,800? So I thought, okay, that's good then. So you're telling me, though, you can get it done cheaper than that, softening and filtration?
Yeah. Yeah.
See, this is Mark. See, people don't like talking prices. He's the only one I know that talks prices because it's for real.
Well, they're not outrageous.
No, I love it. So you can do for around even less. For around $3,000, you could get it done for some.
Yeah. So let me tell you what you get with the $3,800. It's a water softener or a scale inhibitor, and a whole house carbon tank, and a sediment filter, and a nanoceram with a 3-valve bypass on the whole house.
So that's for all gases, sediments, and water softening.
Pharmaceutical drugs, everything.
Now, and what do you get for like the 2,800?
You're not going to have the pharmaceutical drugs.
Okay, but you could do a point of use for that.
Yeah.
But then that would bring it right back up anyway. So
yeah,
you may
exactly.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
But anyway, the thing I like is that you can price out different options. Okay, cool. All right, so Henry, I got to go back to you. This roofing call with the guy that's suing you. I told you to take your evidence in. One of the defenses they're going to use, we called them. They said that it wasn't constructed properly, so that you can count on that in court. They're going to say it was weak and it would have broken anyway with anyone putting any weight on it whatsoever.
My roof was 11 months old.
Oh.
When the hail hit
that's good. That's a good defense. And you had someone else roof it before, right?
Yes.
Okay. And do you have another dormer like that you can point to have somebody say it is built?
There were 3 others.
You need to get somebody to say it was built right. Really?
That's part of my call, to see if you recommend somebody down in Colorado Springs that could, maybe 2 people that give us 2 completely new.
Okay, you need a bid on fixing it. Then you also need someone to vouch for how it was built. And I think Petrolli can do that. Petrolli Roofing.
You need licensed contractors.
Well, Excel's down there,
right.
too.
Good idea, Al. Oh, you're right. Excel Roofing for sure. Yeah. Jay, those guys could do it. So,
will they get into the structural part on it?
Yeah, that's what they're going to claim. It wasn't built right.
Yeah.
There shouldn't be any.
Oh, are you asking me? Well, Jay, yes, Jay is qualified enough with his experience yes, he can say whether he believes that was constructed properly, and so can Petrolli, and so can other people down on our list. We have a number of people that are qualified, like Al said, a licensed contractor, someone who just is the contracting business. Because really, you don't need anyone to talk about the roofing job itself. You just need someone to talk about that. So I would go more with a contractor than a roofer.
We have an actual, what's the name of our new contractor down there?
Down there, I think, isn't it Rocky Mountain Construction?
Yep, Rocky Mountain Construction. Great guys. They build homes. They do everything.
Yeah, I would call them if I were you. And Rocky Mountain Construction. Okay, Tom, you have an update on Uber. Now, what was the original problem with Uber that you had, Tom?
My problem with them has always been how much money they've taken off the top from the people that are actually working on their cars and driving people around. But the last time I ever heard you guys have an issue...
Oh, you want an update with us?
No, I'm going to give you some.
Okay,
you already knew about.
No, go ahead. What do you have to say?
The last thing I heard you guys had is like some driver hit a girl and you guys couldn't get a hold of Uber themselves. I think that was like late 2016, if I remember right. Apparently what happened also in late 2016 is Uber was hacked for 57 million users.
We talked about that. You're right.
Okay. And did you know that they didn't report it? And
I know.
Paid out to the hackers?
And they paid to the hackers?
Yeah, they paid them
$100,000.
They paid the ransom? Oh my God!
No, that's what I thought at first. Hold on a second. It wasn't ransom. It wasn't ransomware.
Hush money?
It was hush money.
Are you? That's even worse. Oh my God. So somebody stole data and said, if you don't pay us, we're going to let everyone know you were hacked. And they hoped to keep it quiet.
But that happens all the time. I think is what's worse is that they did not report it to the users or the government that they were hacked. Because that's not the biggest hack in the world.
There's going to be a ton of lawsuits.
Yeah, there is going to be.
Well, I don't have anything to sue for, but I was hacked after using them. I did this twice with my cards. Twice I used them, and twice, no, it happened more than twice. It happened, I think, 3 times.
Breach of contract's what you'd sue them for. Your damages would be your time and effort to get new credit cards.
I wonder if I should pile it on right now. But thank you for the update on that, Tom. 303-713-8255. We have... We're running against the clock here. Again, if you have any questions on water purification or filtration, give us a call. David, what's going on with you?
Yeah, I'm just curious on how it is to set up a website. I'm not computer savvy, so...
If you're not computer savvy, it's difficult. Nowadays, WordPress has made it very easy, but still, I would not recommend it for someone who's faint at heart. But Also, the prices for setting up websites have come way down. But here's the problem. Some of these people don't know what they're doing. So many of them don't know what they're doing. And all it takes to say you're a website expert or designer is to just say you are. You know, and there's no licensing, there's no certification, so it's difficult. So hold on, and we'll talk about this, all right? This is one of the things I do want to touch on, because it's very, very easy to get ripped off. If you want the very best in real estate, Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. I told him I was interested in a property just for the heck of it. I said, you know, I'm thinking about it. He went nuts on sending me listings. He also went and found recently expired listings where it's not even listed anymore, where the people will give you a screaming deal. He is so aggressive, and when it comes to selling your house, he'll do the same. He cleans it, he stages it, videotapes it, does 360-degree, you know, that circular tours, and he gets multiple offers on each and every property. You'll never do better. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. Let's talk about another guy I love. Art of Granite, Mitch Floria, he's the owner. Art of Granite, he started this company years ago. I think it was 2003, Art of Granite. He came to America from Romania. He had $300 in his pocket. He went to work to learn the granite business. Then in 2004, I think it was, a year after, he decided to start Art of Granite. He built it into a beautiful company with one thing in mind. I'm going to give value. So what he does is he will sell you the materials at wholesale. He doesn't mark them up. Or you can buy them anywhere on his wholesale account. He charges only for the fabrication and installation, and he tears out and hauls away all the old stuff free, and whatever you do in the kitchen, he does in the bathroom free. He also added cabinets to the line. So if you want cabinets, since you're doing the countertops, he'll do one or both. He'll do your cabinets as well with a small markup direct from the manufacturer. 7 days a week, serving the mountain communities and also, of course, the entire metro area. And it's 7 days. That's what I like. He gives a 1 to 4 week turnaround, and you will love the way he does business. All you have to do is start with a phone call and some measurements, and you'll be shocked at how close he comes to the estimate over the phone. He's not afraid to talk price. 303-386-5919. 303-386-5919. artofgranite.net.
Wall Street stocks are mixed in afternoon trading, with banks and retailers among the biggest.
I thought the CEO or whatever of Uber didn't know about it, but now he's saying he didn't know about it.
Yeah, he didn't. He's saying he didn't know at first, but he knew 2 months before he reported it.
Information.
He just reported it, right? I mean, just a couple weeks ago, right?
No, a couple months ago.
Where is he now? With web traffic from smartphones and tablets expected to
He's in
top
Virginia
desktop
somewhere.
computers for the first time this year.
But
And speaking
that's
of
a